Uh-oh. All right. All right, everybody. This is another episode of the Nothing Serious Podcast, episode 11. And today we have two of our most common guests, Miss Callie
Hey.
and Miss Angie.
Hey.
All right. So today we're going to have some heavy topics as usual. Um, the first topic we're going to go into is body count. Is body count is body count important to you, and if it is, why? So I'm gonna go with um, Callie first.
Oh well, I'm gonna say no, honestly,
Okay.
because that's all before me. I don't
Okay.
care as
Uh
long
huh.
as you're safe and clean.
Okay. Okay. All right. Angie.
I'm gonna say no as well because people lie,
Hmm.
and so you'll never know the truth anyhow.
Okay. Now, say for instance, does this question ever come up at all when you're just when you're meeting somebody and y'all first start dating, or does that question come up like how many people they've been with?
No,
It it's not how many they've been with. They always want to ask how many you've been with.
correct.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give my spiel on that. I'm not one of these guys that really cares about how many guys you had before me. I care about what goes on after me. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't think that that's really important because, like you said, nobody is. They say that most women are not honest about how many people they've been with. The rule of thumb is that whatever number she gives you, you multiply it by three.
Well,
Does it
I
make
was
Actually,
gonna
sense?
most
say, yeah, when men don't want the truth, so that's why women lie about it.
yeah, y'all couldn't handle the truth. Y'all couldn't handle it because
But
there's
thing
not
is,
supposed to be anybody before me.
okay. So let me ask you this: so do you think that men don't want to know the truth, or is it that you guys may not be happy with the number and don't tell?
They not happy with it.
Because I don't care.
Yeah, I have to. I've had
I
one that was like, okay, so you started at this age, so that means you had this many per year, and oh wow, oh really?
But because you got to think about it. Okay, say for instance, you're you meet someone. Okay, so it's 12 months in a year, right? The On average, there's you're gonna be if the relationship doesn't last long or if it doesn't work out, you're gonna be in a relationship maybe 3 months with that one person. And if you do your basic math, three times well 12 divided by three equals four.
Yeah,
So that's about four relationships, which translates into four penises in 1 year.
but
So,
that's not the case.
I'm just saying. But it's easy to do that though.
but it
I'm sure you've seen that.
I've heard it.
Yeah.
but
What's up?
playing devil's advocate, right?
Uh huh.
Um, if if a man is very good in the bed, right?
Uh huh.
We obviously know experience is a good teacher, right?
Of course.
So if a woman meets a man and that man that is good in the bed feels rejuvenated by that woman, I mean, some we're not learning this in the classroom. Like as much as Pornhub and all those things are good tutorials and stuff. I mean, nobody's learning this just from practice. So I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory. If you're with someone and, they satisfy you and you're able to satisfy them, like, you got a little experience under you, and it doesn't require a numerical figure.
Okay, I got you.
Like personally for me, the story I stick with, I was married for a long time. I had a high school sweetheart. So the story I stick with is like 3, and that it's going to be 3 till I close my eyes and go and die.
Okay. All right. We got Kurt in the building. What's up, Kurt, man?
What's up, y'all?
So look, we got this this question I posed. The ladies answered it already. I said, does body count matter? And if it does, why?
Well, to me, it doesn't matter because you can never figure out how many people that somebody has slept with. So trying to figure that out to me is a waste of time. So no, it doesn't matter to me.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you what I said. I said it doesn't matter to me either. And Angie just brought up a good point that experience is the best teacher. Me personally, I know guys on the forums on Facebook and stuff like that talking about they want a virgin. Me personally, I wouldn't want a virgin because I've never heard nobody say they had the most amazing sex they had in their life with a virgin. I've never heard a man say that. And me personally, I want to be with someone who knows what they're doing in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to have to teach them on the fly. Like, hey, you got to do this, or do that. I want her to already know what she's doing when we're doing what we're doing, So,
but it's different for everybody, though. Just because he liked it doesn't mean that you're going to like it. So it's always a learning experience for both.
Of course. But the thing is, overall, I would say that if you have experience and you've had experience with multiple people who might like the same things.
Yeah, I hear you, but again, you won't know until you try.
True. But I would rather my partner have experience.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is, what if you came across someone who was open with how many people they've been with, and the number was more than what you expected? Are you going to continue to talk to the person, or are you going to stop talking to them? Say for instance, okay, I'm gonna give you a scenario. I'm gonna give the ladies a scenario. I'm gonna give Kurt a scenario. Say for instance, ladies, you met a guy and you found out he was with 500 women. Is that too many? Is that too many women, in your opinion, for him to be with?
Yes, that's entirely too many.
Okay. So what would be the safe number in your opinion?
There is no safe number, but if he blatantly says, "Hey, I've been with 500 people," I probably wouldn't believe it. So
okay,
that's my first thing. So if I don't believe you from that story, guess what? You probably won't get a chance because I think you're a liar.
Okay, Angie.
I need an up-to-date my chart.
Okay.
That too.
So if they told me that they've been with 500 people and the my chart shows a clean bill of health from now 6 months ago, a year ago. I mean, for me, I'm like, hey, we're going to have a good time because this is a
Okay. All right, Kurt, I'm gonna ask you. Say, for instance, you come across a woman talking about she bad, man, bad as hell, and you
Yeah.
find out that she had 150 dudes that she slept with. Are you still talking to her? Or are you going to exit stage left?
Nah, I'm gonna keep talking to her because that means she know what she doing.
Does she, or she just getting ran through?
Then you know
Mm,
that's yeah.
uh,
You know,
Now,
I'm gonna keep
mm.
talking to her
Kirk
as
gonna
long as we
talk
go
to
to the
her.
doctor and get them papers. I'm cool.
Yeah,
I, I,
Kirk
I, I
gonna be
totally
like, Kirk
agree.
gonna keep talking to her. He gonna be like, her knees is ashy. That's why Kirk gonna keep talking to her.
Yes, yes, she know what she doing. That's right.
Oh man. Well, me personally, I like I said, I don't care. I never officially dated uh this lady, but I did have encounter with a porn star. So, and it was a good experience.
But Marzell, like
Uh-huh.
you saying a porn star, like I'm gonna be
Uh,
honest with you. You know, in my entire life, I got some friends from my childhood that
uh-huh.
probably can roll with them porn stars, and you know. So I mean, I know you said a porn star, but I mean everyday women.
Oh yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, I get you. I mean, like I said, you don't like people have this misconception and think because a woman may be a stripper or she might be a porn star that she's the only one who is promiscuous. There's women who don't do none of that stuff who are very promiscuous and do some of those things. So for somebody to make a judgment on somebody just because of their profession, because I know there are some strippers who won't do some things that regular women do. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really go off of that.
Correct, because I know some women that work a 9 to 5.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah.
And be taking the D. They say
Mm,
nowadays.
right.
Okay. All right. So,
I mean, Summer Walker came out with a song about it.
Well,
uh, what song?
Girls Need Love Too.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I've heard that. Yeah, I've heard that.
yeah.
You know what? I've known some women who were who had like multiple guys at one time,
Mhm.
uh, and they were just girls that I went to school with, or girls that I used to work with at a restaurant or something. Like you hear all kinds of stuff just because someone is um what you say like free sexually doesn't make them out to be a whore or something like that. They just are free.
They free, but
Right.
they still
But
they still.
Hey, what's going on?
but some women have that same vibe like a man, but be, you know, look down on. That's what the whole "Girls Need Love Too" song is about. Is that there's some girls that's like, I got the same desires that a man got, but I'm not supposed to say it.
Yeah, yeah. Let me welcome Miss AJ to the podcast. How you doing, Miss AJ? I don't think she can. Can you hear us? I can't. We can't. Can y'all hear her?
No, she's muted. Hey, AJ.
Hey, Miss AJ.
Do y'all hear her? Because I don't.
She's muted.
Okay.
It looks like she's frozen. If that's not a picture.
And Marcia, I'm gonna be
Hold
honest
on.
with you.
Uh-oh. Excuse me.
All right.
If I can add this, Marcel, what we were saying, like I
Yeah.
grew up in the church, and I can tell you some of my church friends is exactly what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I know
So
somebody personally who grew up in the church and did some stuff like that.
yeah, but it's just frowned upon, because
Of
of
course.
the opinions of others.
Yeah.
Right.
How you doing, Miss AJ?
Hello, doing great. How you guys doing?
Hey.
Good,
Hey,
good,
Miss
good.
AJ.
Okay,
Hi.
so the question that I posed was, does your partners or the person you're dating, does their body count matter? Like how many people they've had sex with?
No, the past is the past. If you want
Okay.
to live in your present, then live in the present and hope for a future. But I think it's an inappropriate question to even ask anyone because everyone is human.
Okay. Okay. That's pretty much the same thing everybody's been saying, except for the inappropriate part, and I can see why that could be viewed as being inappropriate. Okay. All right. Does anybody else have anything else to add before we move on? Okay. All right. So the next question that I'm going to pose.
I can't hear anybody. I don't know if
Hold on.
Well, I have mine muted.
Right.
I'm listening until
okay. Okay.
Can you
I
hear
can hear
us
you now.
now? Can you hear now,
I
Angie?
can't hear Marcel though.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Can everybody hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear
Yes,
you.
I can hear.
Okay. Angie, you can hear? Can everybody hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the next question is, I saw something on Facebook where it was a lady who was cheating on her husband, and she said that she still loved her husband even though she was cheating on him. And I wanted to pose this question to you guys. Can someone actually say that they love their spouse if they're cheating on them? I'm gonna go with Miss AJ first.
That's a deep question. I would say no and yes. Um, Sadly, if you take the vows, marital vows seriously, and of course, I'm gonna bumble through that one because that's a difficult question to answer without knowing the dynamics of any marital relationship
Uh-huh.
and what the understanding is in those relationships. So I could, as for me personally, I would say that it's not a multiple partner in my relationship would not be acceptable for me. And do I think that love and sex are separate from one another? Intimacy is one thing, sex is another thing. So it's just a deep conversation. I think that's something that each couple will have to define within their own relationship.
Hmm. Okay. Um. All right. I'm gonna go with Kurt. Kurt, what do you think about that question?
No, that's something I could not tolerate.
Okay.
Because when we sign those papers, that's it. You in the bed with me every night. I'm looking at the real you in the morning. Like we are together. So no, I couldn't tolerate cheating or either any outside sexual activity. But I do know I have some friends that, they go to the trapeze with their wife or their significant other, and that works for them. That works for them. I've
Yeah.
had people tell me that saved their relationship. Them having outside people, but me personally, no. Once we sign those papers, baby, that's it. That's me and you all the way.
Okay. Okay. Callie.
No, I don't like to share.
Okay.
Point blank, period. I'm not sharing. I mean, I know people that have gone through it and had people, one or the others cheat, and some have gone to keep an open marriage. But I don't want to share. Period. That was the whole purpose of me getting married. I
Okay.
want one, just
Yeah.
one. So
Okay. All right, Angie.
I want to make sure I heard the question. The question was about introducing people into your bedroom if you're married.
Well, no. The question is, can you honestly say that you love your spouse if you cheat on them?
I would say no. I think that if you get to the point where you have to cheat, I think it's time to just leave the spouse, leave the relationship.
Okay. Okay. My take on it is, I don't feel like if you know that you messing around with someone else is going to hurt your spouse, I can't say that you wholeheartedly love that person. I think at that point in time, you love yourself more than you love your spouse. And the reason why I say that is because you wouldn't purposely do anything to hurt your spouse. You're not supposed to. And if you know it's going to hurt them, then you shouldn't do it.
right.
That's just my take on it. And this is coming from someone who I was married at one time, and there was cheating going on both sides. And at the time when I was cheating on my wife, I know I wasn't in love with her. I cared about her. I didn't want nothing to happen to her, but being in love with her, no, I couldn't. I couldn't say that because I was stepping out with other women. So yeah, it's kind of impossible to sit there and say you love somebody and you're cheating on them.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Why did you cheat? Or well, not necessarily. Yeah, that's what I meant. Why cheat if if you know you weren't happy? Why did you just didn't leave?
Well, my situation was kind of
You don't, you
was
don't have to go
different.
into details.
No. Well,
Okay.
it's kind of hard for me not to
Okay.
go into details, but I tell you this, okay, just in a nutshell, I had found out that she had done some things, and
Mm-hmm.
so my cheating was revenge.
Okay. Okay.
Mine's mine's was vengeful, and the thing is, my wife at the time knew that I was cheating. I let her know I was going to cheat when I found out she did what she did, and I gave her a choice. I said, if I want a divorce, she was like, no, I don't want a divorce. I'm like, well, if I stay, I'm going to cheat. She said, I'll deal with it, and then that was it.
Okay.
Can
Well,
I, if
Go ahead.
so I'll be vulnerable here and speak on this as well. So I was married for 16 years, and my spouse cheated on me, and we went to counseling, and the church, kind of encouraged us to try it again,
Same here.
which we did. And for me, the final straw was after we worked things out and stayed together a couple more years, my spouse asked me how I would feel about having an open marriage. And so for me, I just felt like I had to have a boundary because he was asking, but probably was already doing that. So for me, I ended up divorcing him as a result of that. So I think that when you entertain it, like, I'm not going to say I regret listening to the church tell me to save my family, but I think when you entertain, or like, I don't want to say forgive, but I think if you entertain it, it's just going to continue to happen.
Yeah.
Because basically somebody's just greedy. That's what it boils down to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Because cheating is definitely a selfish act.
Yes.
It's definitely a selfish act. There's no way around it.
Okay, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
You make the statement that you disclosed to your wife that you were going to cheat. So with disclosure, did she oppose the disclosure or said nothing because you can't cheat with a disclosure?
What you mean, like disclosure? Like be specific. What you
Well,
mean?
you told her you were going to cheat.
Yes.
So that would eliminate the cheating.
Not really. Cheating.
No, because
Cheating. Cheating is when you go and sleep with someone else, and and you're without your spouse's consent. She didn't consent
Okay,
to
so
it.
she didn't consent. Okay,
Yeah,
that's what I was asking.
she said she would just deal with it because she knew she had messed up
Ah,
big. Yeah,
so so she had knowledge and you had disclosure. So okay,
yeah, yeah. But in the beginning, I disclosed to her who I was sleeping with and all that stuff. But then when I saw that what we had initially agreed upon, she started to do, you know, tell my business to people I told her not to. Then that's when I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not telling you nothing else.
but see, I gotta kind of agree with what Miss AJ is saying, because to me, I wasn't aware of the cheating. Like,
Uh-huh.
you made her aware. So to me, that's kind of like an open marriage. Like, even if somebody doesn't
exactly.
agree to the open
Yeah,
marriage, somebody's still doing it.
yeah,
Like, you told her.
yeah. I mean, I can see where you can say that, but at the same time, it wasn't really open because I was just initially
Hello?
sleeping with one person in the beginning, and then I started messing with other women so that was the thing. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I can't hear. I hear Callie, but I can't hear anybody else.
Oh no. Kurt?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. When you like doing the stuff in the background, you're gonna have to mute your mic, man, because we can hear everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, so that was the difference in my situation.
That's understandable.
Yeah. So let me ask you guys this. Do you think that, and I know it's like from person to person, do you think that you could regain your relationship after cheating?
Yeah, you can. Well, it depends on what. It really depends on the person and what was happening. How I would say the length of time. Was it a one-time thing? Or it was
Mm-hmm.
multiple times.
Yeah, because I know some people are like, it's one and done.
I
Me,
think
okay,
that
I'm gonna go individually. Callie, you said, do you think that they can?
Sometimes you can. It depends on the situation. I personally I don't like to share, and I'm very selfish when it comes to that. So it has been done. It's not something that I would make a regular thing to do. It's a one and done. If I let you back into my heart. and you screw it up again, it's a wrap. It's done.
Okay, Miss AJ.
Well, I agree. When you're young, you do dumb things, and you can grow beyond these. You know, as baby Spade say, sorry for the stupid things I do. Uh, it's with maturity, mindset changes, but it takes mindset changing on for both parties. Uh,
Yes.
it's a discovery period. You learn from mistakes. Do you toss the baby out with the water? Um, if you have that type of relationship that's worth savaging, you're going to value if you like that person. Now, I'm not talking about love now. There are some people you like, and be- and because you like that person, you're probably going to invest a little bit more in trying to uh, rebuild what you have together. Uh, but yeah, I do believe that relationships can be salvaged with the right person because many of us, when we get married young, we're just marrying young, you know, because someone asked us, maybe not necessarily because that was our person. And when you undergo life changes, the divorces or whatever, and you start discovering yourself, then uh, you know what person would best fit your lifestyle and the best fit for you. So, but can relationship be salvaged? Yes, they can. But some can't because you really didn't like the person to start with. You can love them, and I can honestly attest, I can testify on that one. I was with someone that I loved, but I would tell him off, and I really don't like you
Mm.
because of things that person was doing. And so when a relationship came to an end, I was cool with that.
Ditto,
Okay,
Miss AJ.
okay. Kurt, if you saying
Well,
something,
no,
go
well,
ahead.
no. Honestly, I couldn't. I can't put up with that because I take, especially if we were married, I take that seriously. And you step out on me one time, you'll do it again. So, nah, that's a no go for me. That's a one and done.
Mm. Okay. Um, Me personally, just because I've been through it, at this point in my life, I have to agree with Kurt. Like I could not. There's no way that I could take back the woman that cheated on me, and I wouldn't. And I wouldn't at this point in my life try to cheat back or anything like that. I feel like me leaving would make more of a statement than me messing around with other women. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So I totally agree with what you're coming from because for one, like there's a lot of things that factor into to a man and a woman, you know, and how we view cheating. Like men, we look at it as, our woman has been conquered by another man. The hugest form of submission for a woman is her giving her body to someone else. And for her to submit her body to another guy, and this guy dominated my woman, I can't view her the same. And I wouldn't view her the same.
yeah.
You
It
know,
would be
men
hard.
do.
It would be hard for me to accept that and to take her back at this point in my life. I just couldn't.
Yeah, men do tend to throw a temper tantrum when if they clap back, clap back.
They say they can dish it, but sure can't take it.
And that's a fact too. Because
Not at all.
in our head, we think y'all don't supposed to cheat on us. In our head,
And,
Yeah.
and we're not, and y'all ain't supposed to cheat on us neither.
Exactly.
look, in every man's head, we think we supposed to go out here and do what we want to do, and y'all supposed to stay at home and wait on us.
Mm-mm.
In the
So we
fantasy
can't
world,
take it when
right?
y'all cheat. We can't take it when y'all cheat. We can't.
Well, I was up to you. I was agreeing with you until you said staying at home and waiting on us. Like I prefer my woman to bring some money to the table too.
Yeah, yeah, but
So
we in our head we feel like they don't supposed to cheat on us.
yeah, but
Well, maybe
it's
Jack gave her a wallet full of money. and she brought it to the table.
Oh my God, no. Oh man.
Love it.
Man, okay. That is funny. Said bring it to the table. Man, hegs no.
But that's what you
Yeah,
asked
there we
for.
go. Exactly. She brought the money to the table. Uh, we
Man.
have to be careful for what about what we ask.
Exactly.
Uh,
Oh man. Okay.
They don't
So
want to play no more.
what'd you say?
I said, y'all don't want to play no more, huh?
I mean, it's not even
uh,
to be honest with you, I don't know if y'all can understand where I'm coming from and like how men view our women and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And the reason why it's hard for a man to accept his woman cheating on him as opposed to women, because like Kurt said, women are not looked at as to be promiscuous. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? They're supposed to be kept and supposed to be respectful of their body and not give it to just any and everybody. Not saying that a person who cheats give it to any and everybody, but if you are committed to me, you are my woman. There's no reason why another man should be in between your legs. Now
you
it's
know, women feel the same way. Yeah, we sure feel you. We really do.
yeah. I mean, and the thing is, I mean, like I said, I got married. Like Miss AJ said, I got married at an early age. I got married when I was 25. Okay, um, and if I knew then what I know now, I would have made a lot of different choices. I tell you that much.
Yeah.
I
And
think
I would,
self-discovery,
huh?
yeah, self-discovery leads us to make different choices, especially when you're mature beyond. I call it the dress size. My daughter, I used that analysis with her. I said, women, our dress sizes changes over life. And that's also how life is. I'm not petite anymore. I'm I'm not Missy. I'm a full grown woman. So when a full grown woman reaches that stage, she should know uh, more about what she needs for her because we're not in toddler sizes anymore. At some point, we grow up.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Agreed.
So let me ask y'all this. Then we're gonna piggyback off of that. What age do you think is a good age to get married? Like what? Like me personally, I'm gonna start off this time. I have 5 kids, and I told all 5 of my kids that I suggest that they enjoy their 20s without no kids, without a spouse. I said when you get in your 30s is when you should start looking to settle down and get married and then have kids then. But in your 20s, you need to enjoy life and enjoy being single without any kids so you can travel the world, do what you want to do. Don't start thinking about marriage until you're in your 30s. So,
I think it's
what do you
different for
guys think?
everyone.
Huh?
It's different for everyone. Some people grow up a lot faster than others.
Uh
So
huh.
it depends on the maturity level of the individual because everyone's mind doesn't function the same.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there's no recipe. There's no guideline to this.
Yeah.
It's just when you know you're ready, you know you're ready.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because if a man, my youngest son shared with me, he said, I wish I had had kids earlier
Mm.
so that I could enjoy life more after 50 or 60. But now to have kids, I'll be near 70, still raising kids.
Yeah.
So, or kids are coming out of school, whatever. I believe in and this is just me. I'm glad I had my kids at a young age because we had fun. I didn't just have fun; they had fun with me,
Mm,
and so those were valuable moments. Even their cousins still talk about. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't. It depends on what you want. Do you want a strong future, or you want to play around long enough until when you're 40? Now you're thinking about a strong future and don't know what you're going to do by the time you reach retirement. Most people are already set at age 40 for towards retirement. So you don't have to eliminate fun. You can have fun with your partner, which whoever that may be. If the time is in your 20s and it's right for you, if it's in your teens and right for you, whatever is right for you. It's an individualized thing.
right.
Okay. All right. Um, Angie, what you think?
So I'm kind of like, I got married later at 31,
Mm-hmm.
but I've always been very mature for my age and I've always been a go-getter. So, um, I think if I had got married at 25, it really would not have been any different. I may have just had more assets at 31 than 25, but it was always going to be in me. And I think as far as my picker, I think my picker would have been, um, maybe the same. So for me, having children, I'm, um, in my mid 50s. So for me, I still have a child that just graduated from high school. And so I kind of understand what Miss AJ is saying. Like a lot of my friends are grandparents and they're enjoying different stages where I'm still kind of in that mothering stage and trying to get a child off to college and stuff. So for me, I probably would have been a person that should have gotten married maybe like in my mid 20s
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really think things would have been that much of a difference for me.
Mm,
And I think I could have, had more options because, like, in my age bracket now, a lot of men don't want to get married. So I feel like I could have grown, built wealth, everything that I did when I got married. I think I still would have did it. I would have, I think the difference is I would have had more options because I think sometimes men are more open when they're younger than when they're older
Okay.
That's true
to
because men of
marriage.
them would have already built their foundation, and you're not trying to add any cracks in it or anything.
Okay. All right. Callie, what do you think?
well, I'm gonna have to agree with honestly, to just agree with the ladies. I think they pretty much covered how I feel about it. So I'm not gonna beat a dead horse this time.
Okay. All right. All right. I understand that. All right. Kurt.
Yeah, I have to agree with them. I think if you get married in your 20s, eventually, I mean, you're gonna get tired of being with that person. I mean, you have to get that street running out your system. You got to
Oh
get the
no, that's not what I
partying.
said.
No,
I
that's
don't think
not
that's
what I
what the
said
lady
either.
said.
Because I don't.
Yeah.
I never.
Yeah, yeah.
There are people who run
I'm
the
the
streets,
one.
and there are some that don't, and so everyone don't run the streets.
Right.
Well, I guess it's my opinion. You're gonna have to get that street running out your system. I think in the 20s is too early to get married.
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
you
street
get
runners, yes, they need to get it out their
yeah.
system and hope that there's still some quality people remaining by the time they get to the finish line because they're coming in last.
Mm-hmm.
But street runners,
Yeah.
I don't know if street runners ever get it out of their system though. That's the thing about a street runner.
They
In
do close
in
to
my
their
opinion.
deathbeds. I'm
Uh,
ready to settle down now. Don't let me work.
Yeah. Uh, well,
uh,
I'm sorry, Kurt. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but you got to get that stuff out your system, especially for men. It's just naturally in us. You got to get that stuff out your system. Street
none of
running
my
and the
brothers
multiple
didn't do
women.
that, so I don't know. I, I have six brothers, and two may have done it, but the other four didn't. They got
Yeah, I
married, they
mean,
had their family, they established, they built their wealth, they built their retirement, they built their homes, they raised their kids, they put the kids through college, and now it's just them and their wives, and they're just enjoying life.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree. There are street runners. Again, I have
yes.
several of those in my family, but there are men who do not. There are men who are more focused on life and wealth and development and family.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
then there are those, as you say, the street runners that everybody call, oh, that's everybody's man.
Community D.
Yep. And so, and no,
But you
and
know what's funny,
and
Miss
they're not
A?
attracted to a woman that they're trying to build something.
Right.
But you know what's funny, Miss AJ, and to
What's
kind of
that?
piggyback off of what Kurt said, the street runners never want a street runner.
Right.
Isn't that right? They don't. I've told
Fam.
many of them, don't get with your own tribe. I don't play that.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with the people you be with you. You don't need someone that is not like you.
Yep.
Well, I have to agree. I mean, the whole thing is, and it's a double standard. You know, they sit there and say, okay, I want my woman to be a freak in the sheets, but a woman in the streets. But the man doesn't have to be a man. Doesn't he could be a freak in the streets and in the sheets.
Yeah, that's what
Well,
that's how all
I'm
of
gonna
us
be
really
honest.
feel.
Most street runners are not freaks. They just think they are.
Right.
Yeah, you know, it's a lot of double standards, man. Just like what we was talking about earlier, you know, about how, you know, it's acceptable for a man to do certain things that a woman, if they do the same thing, they don't look at they're looked at as different. You know, they
Different.
looked at as in a bad way.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I don't know, man. I can't explain why a lot of the things are the way they are, but they just are.
But you know, can I
Yeah.
add one more thing to this topic real quick?
Sure.
What I have found is some people just don't want to get married, and
Yeah.
they use youth as an excuse when whether you are 25 or 65, you just don't want to get married. And so I just
Yep,
think that people just need to just be honest because marriage is not for everybody.
True.
Right.
absolutely.
It it isn't. And it's okay. But like Miss AJ said, get with your kind. Because there's some women don't ever want to be married either. And
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that's okay.
Exactly.
Right.
But you don't waste a person's time. I think the most degrading thing that an individual can do is take away a person's liberty to be true to themselves. If you know
Right.
you're going to just be in the way, blocking their authenticity, then it's an evil act to to impose yourself just because you feel like, oh, I got to get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think it's an age. I think it's just a desire. Some people just have a desire to be married
Right.
and some people don't.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
But the street runners need to stick with their tribes because the women that aren't running the street, we already labeled them, so we know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 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 So this is my final question. Okay. I was watching a video and it was a guy who had just found out he had went behind his baby mama's back and got a paternity test on the child and found out the child was not his. And he confronted the baby mama about it, and she just laughed and said, "Well, what do you want me to do?" Like he took it like it was no big deal. And he was like, "I want all my money back." And she's like, "Well, that money gone. I don't know what to tell you." So my question is this: do you think that there should be some kind of repercussion for a woman who knowingly puts a baby on a guy
Mm-hmm.
and he finds out the baby's not his? Shouldn't she have to pay that money back? So I'm gonna go to everybody individually. I'm gonna start with Kurt. Kurt, what do you think about this, man?
Yes, she should. She should have to pay all of that money back.
Uh-huh.
She should. Because that
And
child support is no joke. They will suspend your license without you knowing all that stuff. I've been through all of that when I was on child support for my son.
mhm.
And when you go down there, they don't want to listen to anything you have to say. It's all about numbers. And they can take 25, 30% of your check. It's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So
And
yes,
and let me add this to this. The guy, the child that he's paying child support for was 16 years old. So
Hmm.
yeah, she should definitely have to pay that money back.
Yep.
okay. All right. Angie, what do you think, hon?
Yes, a crime is a crime, independent of gender, and that is a crime.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah. And the thing is, the downside to that is if the guy signs a birth certificate, there's nothing he can do. And I think that that's really messed up. If you are signing this birth certificate on the faith that you think that this child is yours, and then you find out 16 years after the fact that the kid is not yours, something needs to happen, man. And
Yeah.
there's no protection for fathers when it comes to things like this.
But I got
Uh,
to add to this though. After you
okay,
let everybody else answer,
okay, Callie.
Yes, pay it back. She was wrong. She could pay it back monthly, just like he paid it monthly to her.
Hmm. All right, Miss AJ.
Well, of course, the liability exists uh, along with interest. Um,
Oh yeah.
but I believe that, again, when people are young, you're doing stupid things. There may have been multiple partners involved. And because of that, without disclosure, not knowing, I think at the time of birth, before the certificate is signed, there's
Mm,
nothing wrong with having a DNA paternity test to confirm, and then the certificate is signed by all parties.
right.
So
Okay.
that would eliminate a lot of future confusion. But yes, the money plus interest should be repaid. But that's in a, like I said, the unfortunately, when the federal laws came down, uh, I don't know what era, maybe I think in the 80s or something, um, but or when they were changed, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Um, if the father signed the birth certificate, it's just like becoming an adoptive parent. You
Mhm,
adopted the child when you signed the birth certificate.
right.
Yeah. Angie, what you want to say, hon? What you want to add?
so that goes back to our topic prior to this: the street runners. That man was with a street runner, and
Yeah.
so if he hadn't been with a street runner, he wouldn't have to fight to get his money back. So we just got to do a better job of using our picker.
Yes.
Absolutely.
But street runners, they could be women too. I'm not saying that street runners
Oh,
are just men; they can
absolutely.
be
Street
women as
runners are just
well.
street runners,
Right?
you
It's
know,
Mhm.
exactly. So if
especially if
if
they were both running the street at the same time. So if you're
right,
both in the streets and you sign in the certificate, and then 16 years later you come to a revelation, you're a changed individual. Well, what were you doing back then? Why
you
are
know,
you just noticing this?
right. And I had this conversation, and then Kurt has a question that he wanted to address last week. But because sometimes what happens with men, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I have a male friend. A woman could be a mass murderer, but if she got a big booty, he's gonna ride with it.
Yeah, men are
So
visual, aren't they?
yeah. So I'm saying that to say, in that story that you're telling me about, like somewhere before these 16 years was up, you knew. You knew who you laid down with.
Mhm.
You just chose to, for whatever reason, give that person grace. And I think I know the reason, but
Yeah, but it
so
took you 16 years to
it
realize.
took you exactly.
So the thing is, Papa, you adopted that child, so live with it. That's just it.
Right.
But I
And
mean,
And
some
because
of
no
these
one knows
songs,
what happened back then.
yeah, some of these songs we got to start listening to. You know, Belle
Oh yeah.
Biv DeVoe said, "Never trust a big button to smile." We got to start listening to some of these songs.
Blasphemy.
Well, especially if they out there running the streets, you know. And
Mhm.
I'm not saying that
Just
it's just street women because I know some church girls just as bad. So
That
you
part
just have
right
to
there.
you as they say, try the spirit by the spirit if you're that type of person. But if you're a street runner and you like them wild and loose, and I have a friend right now in his 60s, he still loved them wild and loose.
See.
well, that Miss AJ, that was a song too, "Wild and Loose." That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like we got to start listening to these songs.
Yeah, and so if you're not wild and loose, you know you don't ride. That's not your herd.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, being a man, I have made some bad decisions based off of how a woman looks. That's why I say that looks they are important, but they're not on the top of the list anymore. I remember saying some dumb shit like this when I was in my 20s. Like I see a girl that was fine as hell. The first thing that I said is, "Man, I would get her pregnant." You know what I'm saying? Like that's some dumb shit to say. You know what I'm
And then
saying?
16 years later, you checking the
Yeah,
paternity.
right, 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 right. You know what I'm saying? Like that. When you when you live life and you go through some things, your perspective on a lot of shit changes. You know, what's on the top of my
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
list. You know, what's
Mm-hmm.
on the top of my list right now. A woman who has integrity,
Yes.
respect. Then she got to be attractive, and then the booty, and then all the other stuff after that.
And then the
Yeah.
boot.
Well,
Okay.
unfortunately, all of those things changes with age, and so I guess it changing men too. So okay, yeah, I can follow. Men just tend to fall apart a lot quicker, apparently, especially from my observation.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, it's just like it, I'm sure Kurt can agree with me on that, man. Like I'm just from the couple of times that I've talked to him, I can tell that he's been through some things. I'm sure that what his list has changed. What spots like what was on his number one spots when he was in his 20s is probably different than it is now. Am I correct?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
what is it,
definitely.
Kurt? What's on your list now?
Well, I just like a classy woman. That's number one with me. I don't like a loud woman. I like classiness. You know, I like a woman that can cook.
Okay.
You know, and you come over here and you see something need clean up at my house, please do it.
Oh
Oh
no.
hell no.
No.
And whoa, whoa,
No.
whoa,
I
whoa,
was
That
gonna
what
say,
is,
look,
No.
that's one thing
what's
I
wrong
tell
with
any
that?
man. And I've had a conversation with a man not long ago. I said when he was talking to me, I said, let me be upfront with you. I don't cook. I don't clean. If I come to your house, it's dirty. It's gonna be dirty when I leave because
Hello.
I'm open to dating you, getting to know you, but I'm not open to being your housekeeper and babysitter or whatever else you got going on in your life. If you need those things done, hire a housekeeper. They're pretty reasonable before I get there because I hate to come to your place and it's filthy in the first place
Right.
because
because
why does a
you're
woman
not getting
have to
those
be
services
Molly
out of me.
made? Right. Why does a woman have to be Molly made to have your time? That's what I don't understand about men.
Yeah, you mildly made your own place.
Don't don't say men because anytime I have a female come over to my house is clean. Okay,
Okay,
Exactly.
sure.
some men. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Yeah, and
all
so
right.
I'm just saying exactly. So it is important that you know, if I go to a man's house and everything around him is broken, I'm not going to date him anyway because he's broken.
Well,
But if, but if you're trying to take that relationship further, you got to do the stuff that he like.
Well, the thing is that relationship got X'd up in the box, and it didn't go any farther. So if he wanted the relationship to go any further, he have to do the thing to warrant getting a woman in his life because it's the man's responsibility. If man want a submissive woman, but he can't set the pace for submission, You can't request something that you cannot mold or set the environment for.
Be what you ask for. I think I said that a couple
Exactly.
of episodes ago.
Exactly. You have. So I don't expect a man to come here and clean my house because if I'm getting a visitor, my house going to be clean. My house isn't dirty anyway, but it would definitely be have a little more spark to it because I don't. He's here to relax,
Right.
and so am I. We want to do chill, move, go out and have some fun, but definitely don't want to be hiding behind the walls, cooking, cleaning, and playing his mama. Because at
That
some point
part.
you grow up.
That now that's oh my God, Miss AJ. That's the thing, is that people want, it
What
may
mama
be
did.
like, yeah. Or what mama
Yeah,
didn't do.
yeah. And
But
I had a guy to tell me, I just want a woman like my mama. I said, good luck. Because I remember back in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s, whatever area your mama came up in, she didn't get the rights that a lot of us got in the 70s. So she took a lot of BS because she
And
had
no-
to.
and no disrespect, but some of these mamas didn't work. We working
Right,
full-time
exactly.
jobs and
My
stuff,
mom,
so no, the cleaning is out.
yeah, because jobs were mostly preserved for men unless it was domestic work or professional like nursing, if they could
Mm-hmm.
afford to go to higher education.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but
Yeah, I
if
So
know.
we're
no.
dating,
Go ahead,
one more
Kurt.
thing, if we're dating and something breaks at your house, you're going to want me to come over there and fix that, right? Yes.
No,
No,
I call the repairman
I'll do it
because number
myself.
one, if I have to argue with the man that I'm with about, he can't argue with me about who comes over to repair it. I don't do that.
Hmm.
So only thing I would say, step to the back of the line because somebody coming to fix it.
Okay,
Exactly.
so I'm playing devil's advocate here.
Please
So
do.
Miss AJ, you said that no, you're gonna call a repairman. What if this guy is capable of fixing your stuff and you can save that money? You mean to tell me you're gonna pay the money to get it fixed as opposed to having him fix it for free?
Well, my little delicate man said he wouldn't, so yes.
You
If
said
my little
what?
delicate flower have a problem repairing what's broken in my house, just because I won't clean, cook, be domesticated at his house, then yes, I would
Hmm.
rather pay somebody than deal with that type of attitude.
Okay, so if he so okay, so I'm gonna change it. So what if he is willing to fix it? Would you be willing to do that? Those little things clean up around his house?
No, I would go on Groupon and help him find the Molly Maid because they're pretty
Because
inexpensive.
because I'm gonna tell you,
I think that's a little messed up. He's
Well, it
willing
could be,
to.
but that's just me. I clean up at my place. And since I'm not trying to hang out at your place all the time, I don't even, I enjoy my own space too much. So I'm
but
not
see,
hanging out at, huh?
I was gonna say what it builds up to, Marcel, because I have been that person. What
Uh-huh.
it builds
Yes.
up to is you always will be clean up for that person. Like
Yes. And
once you do it
they get to a point
once,
they don't see you.
right?
They see your
Once you do it
hands.
once, yes, it becomes expected. And 9 times out of ten, it's not
Mhm.
an isolated event. The people just don't want to clean up, period. So it's going to be something always there, like a child. And I have raised my children.
I
Exactly.
got you. I got you. I got you. And I
Yeah.
understand.
If we want to date, we want to date. If we want to just, I want you to be at your place, man. My place, make plans. Hey, so we making plans, then we can be away from each other's houses on plan. We don't even have to ever see each other's house if that's the case.
But
Right.
Kurt got a question. Kurt, ask your question you wanted to ask last week.
Oh,
Did
yes,
you
I do.
finish?
Yes, I do. This is a question for the ladies. I want to know, could you stay with your partner long term if they have ED?
Why?
If your partner had
That's only a
ED,
legitimate question. Why? Especially if there's medical remedies for this. Why?
could you stay with somebody long term if they had ED?
Why?
Why would you want to do that?
And I guess I need a little bit more explanation as to why. Have he been
Like if
to a
you,
physician that said they can't be repaired?
yeah, yeah, if somebody
Is
is
he
beyond
changing his
repair.
diet?
Yeah, if somebody is
Well,
beyond repair that has ED that's beyond repair, and they
and you
just
just
gonna
dating
have
them?
try. No, you were
Well,
married. Can you stay with them?
I'm gonna tell you, and pardon me, ladies, here. I just need to take this subject for just a second because this is from experience. I went through a divorce after my first husband had a brain tumor. Yes, I stayed with him throughout all the medicals, the brain tumor. When the brain tumor came out of his head, they sucked something out of his brain that he needed. So soon as he was healthy and well enough, but he failed to remember that it was my insurance paying for that one pill or one shot he needed every month just to be able to function. So he went running around saying, "Hey, I just want to live my life to the fullest." So I canceled the health insurance. So guess what? He became permanently until he got his own health insurance. And so he ended up basically with another woman. He rolled over to my house because many years passed. And he rolled over in a wheelchair and told me about his situation. I said, let me tell you something. If she stood by you through all the things you put her through, and I'm talking about his new woman, because she stood by, and if she wants to feel like a woman in the arms of another man, but she don't want to leave you, then you need to sit down. You need to ask yourself, can I do this and accept this? Because she's still a woman just because he can't function.
Hmm.
So that doesn't dismiss a gateway for personal communication. But my question will still be to that individual: why? Why are you going through that so early in life? What's the reason behind this? Oh, I forgot. He was living his best life in his 20s, wilding out in the streets, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So stick with his tribe. So his tribe probably wore out too. So they good.
Okay, all right. We're gonna move on to the next person, Miss Callie.
Ah. Miss AJ, I tell you, I can't follow up behind you.
Please do because they're putting the bullets in these revolvers now.
I see. I see. But I mean, I tell you, I wholeheartedly agree with you, and probably would have done the same thing if my husband, ex or whatnot, was on my insurance and acted a donkey with me. Let
Yeah,
me
when
see.
you left, hey, your shots left with you. You don't get any more shots.
Exactly. That's funny. Yeah, but no, I
So
would.
the
I
thing,
probably wouldn't stay with them neither. Just
You want?
depending on the situation. Like Miss AJ said, have you gone to the doctor? Have you checked out all your possibilities? Have we done anything about it?
or again, it's are you just wore out from your wild and out days?
That too. That
So it's
too.
time to put that horse in the stable
You say I'm just hold on. I'm
or
just
send him
getting
to the glue factory. Oh,
see
Okay.
what y'all did
my
there.
goodness.
All right. All right, Angie. What are your thoughts?
So I have to dissect this. And Kurt specifically said marriage. So, but I would like to add in, because everybody, this sometimes occurs before marriage. So if I can dissect it, my feeling and experience with this, specifically, I'm in Georgia. It appears to be somewhat of an epidemic here, like the COVID
Oh
epidemic.
no.
And I think it is that way because, you know, I'm going to say it a little nicer than Miss AJ. These men have, their part is weather beaten from very similar to if you don't take care of a house and you just let all the elements just keep, you know, attacking your home. I think their
Yeah,
part has become weather beaten because it's been in use. It hasn't been protected or like a vehicle. You haven't done maintenance on it and stuff. So
yeah,
if that is the case, um, and we are dating, again, it's going to depend on what are you doing? Are you changing your lifestyle? Are you looking at different options? I've talked to men There's testosterone cream, injections. If you're not changing your habits, if you're still eating like a hog, um, don't expect me to stay when you haven't made any exceptions or modifications to your lifestyle to improve your habits from your earlier years.
Exactly.
Well,
So the why still exists. Why is he facing that at such a young age?
okay,
Because
so
it was a street runner.
okay, hold on. Let me say this. Now, Kurt is talking about the worst case scenario, but there, if a man is experiencing erectile dysfunction, there are options. Okay, there's oral medication, which is Viagra, Cialis, and whatever other stuff they have. They have the injections, uh, if the pills stop working, and then the final is surgery. You can have surgery where you can have an implant put in where you can get up. So there are options. You don't have to suffer from ED. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
There's
Mhm.
options.
Exactly.
So you don't have to necessarily, you know, go the rest of your life not being able to please your partner.
But you have to
Exactly.
also make lifestyle changes. Like it
Yes,
you
yes.
Very
mentioned you
important.
mentioned Viagra and Cialis. That doesn't work for some people.
Right, right, right.
That's
I was
number
just,
one.
I was just talking about worst case scenario.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But what Kurt is saying, which unfortunately I've heard of some of these stories, is that because people didn't make lifestyle changes, like if you have diabetes, for example, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you don't make lifestyle changes, start exercising, eat differently, you still eating a bunch of sugar, you're not a surgical candidate. You know what I'm saying? You're not, the medicine is not going to work. So to me, you can't be mad at the woman if it's irreversible if you're not willing to make modifications.
Right.
Right, right, right. And the thing is, it's not just that goes towards being around for your spouse and all that stuff too. You don't take care of your body, then you'll die at an early age, and then your spouse is left alone. So I mean, it's a lot of different things that factor in. But I was just speaking on this particular subject, like there's options, and quiet as it's kept, even if you don't take care of yourself like you should, you still have the option of surgery, and that's the truth. Because I've known somebody who went through that. Actually, I know a couple people who went through it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
If
So
you're a surgical candidate, but what if you suffer
yeah,
from high blood pressure and you
you
can't because you got high blood pressure?
you still can get the surgery if you have high blood pressure.
If it's under control.
No, I know this for a fact.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, to me, I'm just playing devil's advocate. If
Uh,
someone was my husband and their blood pressure was not under control,
mhm.
I would not want them to get a penile implant, and there's a 50-50 chance that they may not even live because their blood pressure is out of control. I mean, anytime you have surgery, it's always
Mhm.
a risk.
Of course,
That's
of
just my
course.
thought.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then
I
if you
got
take the Viagra and stuff, like if you have heart issues, blood pressure, I know men that say they can't take it because they feel like they're having a heart attack. They feel like their
Hmm.
erection won't go away, it's there for hours.
Yeah. Whew, that's a lot. But no,
But
I still wouldn't stay.
but it goes back to if you stop being a street runner, maybe somebody would want to stay with you with all that. But if you've
Right.
been a street runner and now you got problems, no, nobody's staying.
Mm-mm. I'm not gonna be your nurse.
Yeah,
I
no,
can't.
I get it. You know what? The thing is, okay, so let's change the scenario on his question. What if the guy is really good to his wife? He's a good guy. He's been faithful to her. he does everything he's supposed to, and he runs to this problem. Are your feelings going to change? Are you going to be like, you know, I'm stick with my husband because of this? Or are you like, I'm out of here because I need some dick on a
I mean,
consistent basis?
that's a whole different scenario, I do believe. I mean, oof, I would really it would really have to depend on the situation itself. Is it
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like Angie was saying? Is it something medical that we can actually fix by
Uh-huh.
making some changes? You know, is it something the doctors say, hey, we can give you this to help? You know, it's just gonna depend on the whole situation itself. As long as
And
he's like you said, if he's treating me right, I'll stick around. Because sex is not the say all be all. I should say the penetration is not the say all be all.
yeah.
More
And
to
this
sex than penetration.
this is another thing. I'm a reverse it. So like what Miss AJ was saying, her husband, you know, he started acting an ass when, you know, he went through the brain tumor thing and he got it fixed and she was paying for his shots and all that stuff. If
Mm-hmm.
if I had a woman who went through some kind of a traumatic experience like that and had, you know, uh, a brain tumor or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and she was a horrible wife, oops, I'm out of there. I'm out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
forget it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah.
got some nerve to get sick on me after you done done me wrong.
But I must say
Yeah.
that we were
Well,
not horrible
I did
people.
some research on this because someone had actually asked me this question, and they have a male strap on now. I don't know if you all are aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
A
And the
male
male,
strap on.
yeah, a male strap on where you put your penis in the harness, and then you can attach. Like if a woman likes girth, you can attach a penis that has girth. If a woman likes length, you can attach a penis that has length. And so if I'm gonna answer this question for me, if I'm married and someone has been a good husband to me, we just gonna have a mechanical bull. I'm okay with that.
But okay, my question with this is like, okay, if he's got a male strap on, how is he gonna get off?
Well, your penis is in the harness, and then you're strapping on another penis.
Okay, so how is he gonna end up having a orgasm?
Well, we're just talking about the penetration part. Yeah, I
I
mean,
say
You know,
nine
you
times
just
out nine
no,
times
you
out of
just
ten they won't because
you
they
you
have if they have
you
ED 9 times of 10 they probably won't.
you're just talking about your pleasure. You're not talking about his.
Oh, we was talking about their pleasure.
Yes, like
Well, you know, most men get off pleasing their women anyway,
Hmm.
so they get automatically
well,
pleasured
I mean, to be quite
from.
frank, like,
no,
what's the
I
alternative?
don't get me wrong. I enjoy making my lady have an orgasm. Don't get me wrong, but I want to have one myself.
Exactly,
And
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 so that's
I
it.
and I've never and hold on, let me finish. I've never reached the orgasm by giving my woman head. Okay, I mean I enjoy doing it, but I've never came off of that, and that's what I'm talking about. How is he going to have an orgasm with a male strap on?
Well,
If
if it's not working anyhow, I guess I'm confused on how he's having it anyhow.
Okay,
exactly.
you still can have orgasm without your dick getting hard.
I
Okay,
don't
I
know.
guess
This
I need
topic is
education
going
on that
over
part
my
because
head,
that's
so I
what I
don't know
do
about any
understand.
of this.
Yeah, no, you still can. It's still possible. It's still possible. The nerve endings and all that don't change. It's just that you just can't get an erection or something like that. You know,
But if you can't get an erection, how are you gonna have an orgasm?
you still can have an orgasm if you don't have an erection.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
basically, you just have a secretion.
no, you still can have an orgasm. Trust me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna
Yeah,
have
you
to
still
take your
can.
word for it.
Yeah, no, you still can have one. You still can have one.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's not. It's not. They don't necessarily have to be one without the other.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing. I was just to get some context. I did go to nursing school at one time, so I know quite a bit about a lot of this stuff.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So that's the thing, but that's what I'm talking
So to
about.
answer Kurt's question,
Uh huh.
yeah. So yes, Kurt, with modifications.
All right. Did you get the answer you wanted, Kurt?
Yeah, I did. I did. Yep.
Man, that was a funny that was a good question, and it was funny to get the women's take on it because that is
Yeah.
they hey the ladies like there's like no that's a bullshit if he can't get it up if he
Well,
can't get
it's
it
all
up
about the
fuck him
why.
no they're like fuck him and everything that he's saying
It's all about the why.
Yep.
oh man, I you know what? I love this. I love the transparency that you guys give, man. That's what makes this show so great to do. I love that. I love that. You know, because don't nobody, everybody is their authentic self, and they say exactly how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Only way
can't
to
ask
be.
Yeah.
for something more, huh?
All
Only way to
all
be.
uniquely so. We
You
all have
said
our
what?
unique perspective.
I said that's the
Yes,
only way to be your authentic self.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
Yes, keeping it real, keeping it real. I love that, man. I love that. Does okay. Since Kurt asked a question, does anybody else have a question that they want to pose to the group? It could be about anything.
Oh yeah, I got a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Um, so in the dating pool in my age bracket, men are now saying they don't want to use protection, which I don't understand. You know, statistics have come out in Texas and Georgia, everywhere, how HIV is at an alarming rate. So, can the men explain why men are willing to have casual sex unprotected?
Kurt, you want to go first, man?
Yes. To be honest with you, I just don't like to use them. I mean, can't feel anything. But what I do, if I'm going to getting to that point with somebody, I'm like, look, let's go get tested because I don't like to use condoms.
I can't hear
I
him if
said,
he said anything.
He said
Oh,
he
hold
doesn't
on,
like these. Okay.
hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna refresh it. Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, can Kurt, can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Kurt,
Yeah, I can hear you.
Angie,
Something going on with Angie's audio, I think.
Kurt,
Angie is muted.
Angie, you muted.
I can't hear.
Hold on. All right. Can everybody hear?
I'm good.
Okay, Kurt, he left. He'll probably gonna have to come back. Okay, so I guess I'll answer. Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, wait. Kurt just got back in. Hold on.
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, Kurt, go ahead and
Yep.
tell him your answer, man.
Well,
Oh, Angie just left. I don't know what's going on, man.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah, I
All
think
right,
something's
Angie.
going on. Yeah.
Okay, Kurt, Angie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead and answer.
Well, I'll be honest. I don't like to use condom, and that's why if I'm about to get involved with somebody sexually, I say, look, let's go down there and get tested, cause especially down here in Atlanta, you better go get a test if you don't like to use, condoms.
Mhm.
So that's how my stance on it. Go get tested first. If you know you don't like to use condoms, go get tested first. Make sure your sexual partner go get tested.
Okay, that's okay. You that's all you gotta say about it, Kurt.
Yep, that's it. Go get
Okay,
tested.
so I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth. Um, I don't like I don't like condoms because, like Kurt said, it doesn't feel as good. You don't get the friction you need to have an orgasm. You know, and then on top of that, me like I'm very selective about who I sleep with. You know what I'm saying? I don't just jump into bed with just anybody. I did all that shit in my 20s and 30s. I don't have a desire. I have a rule of thumb. If I would not kiss you in the mouth, I'm not gonna have sex with you. Okay. So I'm very choosy about who I sleep with. And when I am intimate with a lady, I want to get something out of it too. I want to be able to have an orgasm just like that. And if I have a condom on, it's just like I'm doing it with, and it's not going anywhere. So eventually, I'm gonna want to take it off. So that's the reason why I know that I can't just go around sleeping with everybody because I know how I am.
Facts.
So just playing devil's advocate. The two of you are
If
both
that makes sense.
yes. Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know who was it that just left. I think it was Miss AJ.
Mm-hmm.
But every time somebody leaves out or leaves, I have to reset it because y'all can't hear everybody. It's like annoyance with StreamYard. I don't understand, but we're just dealing with this for right now. But yeah, so that's the reason why. Does that answer your question, Angie? Angie?
Uh-oh. Andrew. Looks like we
Hold
don't
on.
lost Angie.
Huh?
Look like we lost Angie too. Or she can't hear us.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see, man. Every time somebody leaves, it always does that shit. Um, but that's my take on it. Kurt, can you concur with that? Do you agree with what I said?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's just like wearing a condom is just not, we we grown.
Yeah, exactly.
They hate to hear that.
Mhm.
We grown. Kelly's like, no.
No, sir. Mm-mm. Nope, nope, and more nope.
Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is going to be the end of the show. I enjoy having all you guys on here, man. It's always good. You guys do a great job of making this thing work and making it easy for me as a content creator. So I appreciate you guys. Is there any final thoughts before we move on?
No, this is a great show. I think there was a lot of great insight on this week.
Yes, as always, as always. So, um, I'll be doing the another one next Saturday, same time. So, we'll definitely get you guys in. Hopefully, you guys will be available. Kurt, um, anytime you want to join, man, let me know. You can let Angie know, and then she can let me know or whatever. Or
Okay.
you can give my number from her or whatever. Just text me, let me know who you are. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Because we need some male energy on here.
Oh yeah, I definitely enjoy this. I
All right,
definitely keep
well,
coming back.
you guys have a good rest of your afternoon, and thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See y'all
Have a
next
good
week.
night. All right. Bye bye.